What is the rush? Where are we going? Where are we rushing to? What is this competitive game we're playing? Like we're trying to get somewhere first or to be victorious, achieving life. Like how do you achieve life? How do you win? What is the game? What is the foolery? At the bottom of the deck, the devil. That's what you win. You win materialism. You win a congratulations trophy for participating in the game of life. How much stuff can you buy? How much can you acquire? What is, like, what do you truly gain? What do you gain from having so much stuff? What is this joke they've played on us? This is like, it's such a joke. It's such a joke. And we all fell for it. We all fell for the joke. It's so funny. Laugh, because that's what we love. We love comedy. We love comedy. We want to sit here and giggle and chuckle and laugh all day when we pay ridiculous money to individuals to get on stage and perform stupidity. Like literally, that's what we find funny is as comedy these days is like stupidity, or at least for a tremendous amount of the comedy field. It's not that laughing isn't amazing or that laughing isn't necessary, enjoying fun, right? Expression. To laugh is to feel a tremendous amount of joy. This is a strong smell. But what's the point? What's the point? Why are we playing this game? Like, what is going on? Why are we here? What's the depth here? We're in a new time. We're coming to the realization that we made a choice to be here. We chose this experience, this life. Not only did we choose to experience life, we chose to express our individual lives and our individual bodies with the circumstances that we have. We chose them. We chose to be the character that we're playing in each life, and to know that expression is important to evolution. For some reason, we need to know what it means to make a choice and how impactful and profound that choice can be, creating a ripple effect of actions. Each action, whoa, I strongly smell burning, which I obviously am burning stuff, but I burn stuff all the time. That's not usually strong. Every single choice creates this like ripple in the water. And each choice, we're learning how to be beings with powers, what we perceive as powers, beings that have more abilities than we do, more capabilities. So weird. Did you hear that cape? Like, what does a superhero put on their cape? Capabilities, abilities, your cape and your abilities. Wow. Nope. Stay. Sit. Good girl. No, sit. Good girl. Yeah. No, you can't be right there. That's not right by the microphone. Scoot over. Right there. Good girl. So she wants to be center stage, guys, which is not unordinary. And then the 7 of emotions comes out. Here we go. More choices. Literally, we go from the awakening, which is like the understanding and the forgetting. So the awakening is like the falling asleep and forgetting, but also the opposite, the polarity. Chakra, you gotta move away from the microphone. Come. Stay. We're experiencing this separation of self and character. Inner self, being, soul, spirit, and the projection, human, that we've created. And as we evolve as a species, we're going to need to identify these parts of these different parts of ourselves. So we've had to learn choices and what it means to make a decision, because I think we're also experiencing collectively what happens when you give away your power, when you stop allowing on the microphone, Chakra. On the microphone, literally. Look at that. No. Stay. Stay. We are now seeing what it means when we give away our power, and I think that even qualifies for the dog. You know, I've heard so many theories as to how we have domesticated and breeded the dog, right? But at the same time, this creature is limited in its abilities due to the fact that it's been domesticated. It can't go out and survive on its own because what we have designed it to be. Same with us. We now can't go out and be our authentic selves because we have been domesticated. Now we are not in alignment to acquire and understand and live out our abilities. This is interesting. Ooh. So, slow down. We got to slow down because we're not in a rush. We can't be rushing everywhere. We can't be thinking everything needs to be a constant. I mean, I'm literally about to pour water on it. It's so smoky. This is my holy water. I don't want to pour that on there, but we might need to. Just a little drop. Come on. Ooh, that smells good. Okay. We have to learn, unlearn, relearn, learn, experience, be present, understand our gifts, understand what a gift actually is. Gift exchanging is so deep, guys. Gifts are deep within us. Yet on the surface, look at the projection around us of what it means to give a gift, to receive a gift. How many people do you receive a gift from that know you, that personalizedly, like they go in and they understand you and what it is you need, what it is you desire, or what it is you want. What like, think about the way that gifts are given. You know, is your gift humor, right? Did you receive a humorous gift that made you laugh, but you, for 364 days of the year, aren't even going to think about this thing, and this thing is going to accumulate in some space that you have, and also at some point you're going to throw it away or donate it because it's something you never actually use. It's so interesting that we think and experience life this way, as if it's wasteful, as if life is wasteful, if there's something to waste. We're forgetting where we are in time and space. Like, how do we really receive? How do we receive a gift if we can't see what the gift is going to give us, right? Because when you receive a gift, I mean, don't you want it to be practical, something you can use, something that's going to let you grow and expand and be a greater version of yourself? Like, let's say you're someone who wants to cook and you want to cook more. You want to cook more meals, do something more creative or whatever. And your family member gets you a cooking device or a pan set, pot and pan set, or new knives. This is going to aid your gift. This is going to help you grow and expand yourself in the kitchen. We now are at this point where we have so much stuff that sits around us while we scroll through our phones. You know what I'm saying? And our phones, not only is our phone full of a bunch of information, our phones are like a project. It's like all that physical clutter on the outside, and then all that physical or all that intellectual and emotional clutter, visual clutter within the phones, stimulating our internal environments. So it's like our external and our internal are both being bombarded with all this information, this knowledge, and this shared experience, creating these trends and these ideas of what it means to experience life to the fullest, which has us all out here competing and rushing and trying to be like everyone else and blend in and do these ridiculous trends that have us trapped in the idea that we're all supposed to be the same. Because if you step outside of what's going on, you're deemed as like a foreign. You're like, why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. And the outcast are truly the ones who are the individuals, which is crazy because they preach individuality. They preach for us to learn what makes us different and unique and special. But then in society, as we've developed the programs they've implanted in our minds, and we shape our ideals around this programming, we then start to judge, criticize, and ridicule and gossip about the outcast, the ones that are like being individuals and leading their own lifestyles. This is I don't know if it's enigma, the reverted upside down world that we're living in. It makes us feel that's where this victim mentality is also coming from. Everyone feeling like a victim. Because ultimately, to a degree, it's so crazy. We have played ourselves. When you peel every layer of the onion and get to the core, you realize we've played ourselves. Because somewhere in our journey, we chose this path. We chose this poison and made our beds. Because again, we're living in the hell dimension. This space we're in that we collectively share together is what we have dreamed. This is our dream, our collective dream experience. We're living in this illusion, this reality that we truly don't necessarily want it to be, but we're putting ourselves through it for some reason. For some reason, we wanted to experience this. And I mean, there's so many layers to everything. I'm up in the clouds, guys. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's like go up a couple levels, right? This is where my mind goes. I'm airheaded. I'm an Aquarius. I got to go out there. I'm a Scorpio moon. I dive deep. Now, when we look at something, we see it for its physical attributes. And you're getting real close to that camera, child. We see it for its physical attributes. And then if we dive in a little bit deeper, we can maybe see its interactions with its environment, its experiences, its community. And then we could go a little deeper and maybe compare and contrast and see the difference in likenesses of that energy with another form of energy. And then you go deeper and deeper. So as I'm climbing this ladder here, no, stay. Chakra, stay. Honey, you gotta stay. Come. Stay. I don't want to lock you in the kennel while I record videos. That's not fun. No, leave it. Why you won't burn your nose? I'm trying to tell a story. Don't you want to hear a story? There's going to be layers from the ego to the higher self. The lower version of us versus the higher version of us. There's so many layers in between. And we've got to get to the layers. Layers on layers. But there's a reason for all the alchemy, all the options, all the equations, all the abstract ideas. Magus of the eternal gods, the Hierophant, Taurus, Hierophant, got the elephant. It's like with the awakening. Wow, that's big energy. It's like we're looking up. We're climbing this ladder into within our ascension. We're heading up. We're going into this space where it passes dictatorial human knowledge, like what we've learned as humans versus what we know as spirits. We're climbing this ladder of wisdom, and we're going to have to rebel against the rigid ideals surrounding what a spirit body is, what we are in our entirety. What's going on behind the veil is a lot more intricate and close. It's close to us. It's not that far away. It's just behind the curtain. It's just beyond the clouds. That's where I was seeing us go. Because we have this perception that the atmosphere layers, everything that keeps us in this globe, keeps us in this gravity field where we're all placed here. It's like our brains can't go past that because of the limited perspective that we have on the concepts surrounding space and the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So we're having trouble collectively actually conceptualizing this. That we have a choice beyond this existence. Like, it's like our brains can't figure out what that means yet, because we're in such belief that science has measured reality and we're aware. No, we are decades in the past. Like humans of Earth, we are decades in the past when it comes to our collective consciousness. The now, meaning, for example, if there's a let's say an 8-year-old child that has learned up until 8 years old its highest level of math, right? Being, let's say, multiplication. that child, its most futuristic, highest level of information is multiplication. But in the reality of the world, there's math that goes all the way to astrophysicists, scientists, like measuring galaxies and quantum computing, tiny things that I couldn't even fathom. But that child lives in the same time as the quantum, took every level of math there is in this dimension, but they live in the same space. Well, that's how this works. We're the 8-year-old child when it comes to knowledge and information that's available. We're in the past decades and decades. They have so much knowledge and information that they don't pump out and feed us as it comes. So they're profiting and benefiting off of the wisdom while we are making the choice, because it's the age of information. We can go and we can grab a book. we can learn. We can learn, or we can consume. We can learn, or we can, stay stuck, stay confused, stay lost, because we're also trained to kind of believe and limit our mindsets, how we set our minds. That's what those cards wanted to say. I wasn't sure if there was another message there. And then the Ace of Wands. Yeah, we now get to choose, guys. How do we want to design our pathway? What is the path that we're going to take collectively? Because individually, we're all taking many different paths, going to the same place. We're all in this maze, taking our own roads, right? We're all going to the same exit. Some will get there this way, But what is the collective level that's going to get us on the most narrow path possible? The less destructive, the less difficult, with less obstacles. What's the alchemy here? Do we want, 30% fun, 40% indulgence? How do we want to put together this pie? What is going to be the most passionate way to get to this exit? Because why are we trying to exit in the first place? Like, oh my gosh, those cards literally do the same thing in the background. Look at this. Oh, I hope I get this on camera. These cards literally, if you look from the bottom, they have this it's like a pathway on its way up to the back of the card or you see it? And those were the paths that I saw us taking. Like, we're all taking these paths and we have a choice. We're all going to the same place. Why are we in a hurry? People are in a hurry because, when you're stressed, come on, cards. When you're stressed out and you have high anxiety and you're not happy with what you're doing, you're not living a life you want to live, you're stuck with burdens and obstacles that have you vibrating at a frequency that makes you basically hate your life. You're living as an unconscious zombie, and you're stressed and anxious and often pumped up with drugs, all the way from opioids to cigarettes, alcohol, sugar, right? We're sick and diseased, and it makes us angry. We are angry. As justice flew out, we're angry about this because it's not right. It's not balanced. It's not fair. And that's why we're fighting. That's why we're seeing the black and white. That's why we're feeling like victims. That's why everyone's crying for help, because we're desperate for the solutions, for the remedies to actually treat the illness, the disease, to rebalance and recalibrate ourselves, to get us back to source. We want to go back home, so that's why everyone's in a rush. And then we get the Six of Pentacles, which is balance again. We want to go home because it's so uncomfortable. It's like being somewhere you don't want to be, and you just want to go home. And it's almost like, you'd even be dramatic and fake that you're sick or something just to get out of the space that you're in. And that's what we're doing collectively. We're like, you know what? Since this is so painful to deal with, to function, to actually be happy, I'd rather just shut my spirit, my soul out completely and go on autopilot, and just until it's time that it's safe, where I can come out and have fun and enjoy and live this experience the way I desire deeply to do so. Until that's worked through. This is literally a massive timeline. Like, I don't know why in the world anyone needs to know this. It's like going from today to like, I feel like 100 years. I feel like this is 100 years of a timeline. Like, Jesus. But that's like a human timeline. So maybe that's also a part of it, is like, because everybody dies, but not everybody lives. I wish that I could have this moment for life. Nicki Minaj and Drake. Moment for life. That's what it is. We didn't come here to hate our life. That's what it is, guys. We did not. We're rushing because we're trying to get to the finish line, meaning our coffins, like death. Like, we're trying to get to the reset button. We're trying to go push it because where we are right now sucks so bad that it's like we might as well hurry up and get it over with. And that's sad. It's so sad. If someone has headphones on, just let me know. Just say, hey, when you bang your dong, whatever this is, when you do that, I got headphones on, it hurts my ears. Just let me know. It helps me think. It helps me feel and just be present. We want to break this down. We want to get through this. We want to get past this box, this limiting way of perceiving ourselves, so we can blossom and be our angelic selves, bring forth our inner natures, so we can make these choices and decisions to get moving. Got wands. We're trying to get moving, and we got emotions, materials. 1, 2, 3. Material. This is very taking action on our physical limitations and recognizing how much choice we actually have. We feel so defeated and so limited in the abilities to make decisions. But the thing is, like, the balance is in our favor right now. The scale is tipped where we can access the internet. The ability to communicate and connect like this is so amazing. It's so amazing. I know if you were born in like, I don't know, 2000 and up, you may not remember, but the time when there was none of this was so different. It was so different because we didn't have the ability to say, yo, friend from Sweden and Japan and Hawaii and Mexico, like, what's up? We didn't have that ability. That was not a thing. And it happened so quickly. And so much is happening so fast that we're picking up on that energy that, like, speed up, hurry up, right? We're running out of time type of feeling, but we're not realizing where that is coming from and how to utilize it, right? Because we're trying to find that path to get to that trophy that they're like, they're dangling this trophy, but we don't want the trophy. We want the actual gain, the actual valued experience, wisdom. We want wisdom, time and wisdom, right? That you acquire while you're here helps you elevate beyond. That's the true value. That's what we're really deeply on a mission to obtain. And I feel that the rushing, the anxiety, the stress, the depression, the vices, the addictions and obsessions, the mind programs, everything we're struggling with is stemming from the idea that we want to be whole, and we want to please, we want to do what's right, we want to accomplish what we came here to accomplish. We're trying to gain this respect, this balance, this harmony. We've got Venus, see Aries, Taurus. I think that's what I have. Is there anything else? That's it. These channels come through, and I hope they're not too sporadic. Let me know if they are, and I will try to do better. Try to do my best, because the whole point of me making a video is, yes, the information is there for me, but it's also to help other people that maybe are also picking up on these vibes but not fully understanding them. Sharing my experience can help other people. So if I can in any way be of service and do, a better job, just let me know. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.